Obviously we're egg farmers by trade, and as we grew, our waste grew quite rapidly as well. You know, we needed a place to put it, so we researched a lot of different techniques and you know, composting machines and stuff like that, and we really just look for the cheapest way to run and produce a waste product that we're getting. You know, a lot of other machines running doing like 4 tonne a day, a lot of energy costs, so it's a lot of cost to run. You know, multiple different boys on the crew. When we came to this machine, it was, you know, it ran by itself. It produced, you know, almost 40 tonne a day. It was a good solution to a problem that was just growing and growing for us as we built more sheds and, you know, grew our egg side of the business. It's a Japanese machine. They've been working on this tech for I think about 60 years. First one of a kind in Australia. They're pretty used around the world. I know that they're used quite a lot in other egg farms around the world. Like I think in Mexico is one of the biggest egg farms in the world, and they have like 72 of these machines. It's crazy. So if these guys are using it, why not us? So every day we have scrapers in our chicken sheds that scrape manure out of the sheds. Then it runs on a cross conveyor, elevator conveyor into a hook bin. A hook truck comes and picks it up and brings it down to the plant here, ready to be inserted into the machine. We also put all our egg waste and our dead chickens that we get, and we put that in it as well for moisture content, and just a bit of extra added into the fertiliser. So all our waste that we get from our chicken sheds goes into this machine to make the product that we get out at the end of the day. So we put in 40 tonne a day. It starts the process. The machine runs 23 hours of the day, goes up 6 hours, 2 hours back, switches sides and repeats. All the boys have to do is insert the product at the top, get the moisture content down, and then it starts to cook in the first couple of days up to 60 degrees. So the composting process is like Australian standard says that you have to cook for 3 weeks. And we're going through that process at the moment to get Australian certified and organic certified. Because of COVID, it's quite hard to book audits and everything like that. So cooks up to 55 to 60 degrees for 3 weeks and goes through its composting cycle, cooks, you know, the chickens and the eggs and the manure. Last week is about the drying off period, so to dry the product, so it's a usable product, and then we actually take it out and we grade it into a dust, into a 5 to 10 mil pellet, and then a bigger pellet as well. So it's not a perfect product. It's not like running through a hammer mill, but it is a good product to spread through like a multi-spreader. So the machine has blades on them, and we change those blades maybe every 2 to 3 months. And what that does, it cuts it and actually pelletizes it from the first day of production, and then over time as it runs through, it comes out as a pelletized product. Yeah, Rob's our trailblazer. Yeah, so Rob was actually our first customer to buy, you know, a bulk load. Yeah, he took it and he ran with it. He loved the product. He put it on, he did a trial with conventional fertilizer. I think it was 50-50, and then he did conventional fertilizer, and then he did just our product, and he actually did quite well with just with our product, so I'm told. And from there, yeah, he upped his orders every year. So he started with just about 100 tonne, and then he went up to about 600 tonne, and then he told his mates, and you know, now we can't get you know, process enough of it. Rob's good people. So one of the big advantages that you know, Rob has had, and even for me, is that he's picking up fertiliser. He'd come with a road train full of wheat and drop it off at our mill, and then he'll back freight our fertiliser because we're sitting on the same site. So, you know, in that scheme of things, where you know you're having to run trucks 4 or 5 hours up the coast into the wheat belt or inland, it really helps those dollars in your pocket for sure. Kind of like bulk was always our first place to go. For sure, because it was, you know, it was a good product. You know, we knew that chicken manure was always good for your roses at home, or you know, put it on your lawn. But the way it exploded so quickly, especially after these trials that the Wheat Belt Natural Resource Management did, it really just took off. And now we're thinking about bag markets and stuff like that, but we're not even thinking about that now, because we've obviously got a good response from the Wheat Belt, and we obviously want to work with wheat farmers as well, because we're in the game of you know, buying wheat as well. So we obviously want to get the best wheat for our chickens, and then get you know, get the best fertiliser for the boys on the Wheat Belt. So if we can be a big part in, you know, helping these farmers move away from expensive chemical fertilisers and become organic farmers, and you know, help them help the local people, like, you know, eat a better produce with no chemicals on it. So So we're happy to, produce a product that is good for the wheat belt and help improve soil health and potentially improve soil carbon. Finding a solution to our big problem is everything, because as we expand as a company, we need to have a solution for these these waste products, and we always want to make sure that we're following all regulations and everything like that as well. So having this system is being real beneficial for us to be able to move forward on the egg side of the company, and not having to worry about what are we going to do with our egg waste, because we know there's a market out there that is going to pay a good dollar for the product that we're producing, and we're all for creating good products and giving them people so they benefit, be it eggs or fertiliser.